Hi Ed, it's Rich, and I wanted to do this little tutorial video for you on some of the the aspects of the truck, and you kind of mentioned that, and there is some things on it that it would be easier for me just to explain in a video rather than try to email you. So let's just start here. I mean, this isn't anything that can't be explained too difficult, but see how nice this is. I mean, all the chrome and bright work is nice. The windows, I don't know if I did this in the first video, I don't really remember, but all roll up and down very nicely. It's painted very nice. This is a nice truck. You're gonna really enjoy it. But let's get started here. Turn this light on here. Now, with these old 40s rigs, you have the key that goes into the side here, and you want to turn that toward you, and then push this lever to the on position. Now you can start the truck. So what I usually do is this is the choke over here. You can see this little knob right here. I like to pull it out about, I don't know, a quarter to a half inch. Maybe a pump, maybe 2 pumps on the accelerator. And this button right here is your start button. So you just push that and the truck will start. So then, to shut it off, just push this lever here to your right, and this does have an electric fuel pump also. And then you can go ahead and turn your key around and pull the key out. But let's talk a little bit about some of these switches that you mentioned. Like right here, see this little toggle switch here? That's for the reverse lights. So toward you is off, toward the front is on. Your reverse lights are on, and now they're off. So remember that, reverse lights. There's a toggle up here. This is the Aruga horn. You see that right there. And then down here on the kick panel, I'm not sure if you can see it or not, but there's a little button right here. You can see it. You can push that. And that's that siren that I think I showed in the first video. You turn the key back to the on position. Push this on. Turn signals work great. It's just that you're going to have to shut them off manually. And you'll remember to do that because you got this light flashing here. So, let's see. Let's start by the overdrive, which was one of your questions. Now, this is the overdrive mechanism. And you can see this little light here on the dash. Well, what that means is the overdrive is engaged. This is the overdrive. And it is fully in. That means it's engaged. Pulling it out, light goes out, it's disengaged, so the overdrive is not on. But this is how they worked. You had to have it in the out position like this to not use the overdrive. So the previous owner always had it in like that. And you can drive around with the overdrive on all the time. The only thing is you're not going to get that engine compression when you let off the gas, when it kind of slows the truck down. You won't have that so much with the overdrive engaged. So, you can play with that, but if you're going to use the overdrive, don't be accelerating and then push it in or pull it out. Take your foot off the gas and let it coast, and then engage or disengage the overdrive. So that's kind of how that operates. You go ahead and shut this off and talk a little bit more. I'll go around the truck. I'll show you a couple more things. You wanted the stacks trimmed down, and so we did that. We took 1.5 inches off the height here, so you shouldn't have any trouble getting this in your garage. So we've done that. Got a lot of extra parts. This is the seat cushions for the bench seat if you wanted to switch it back over to a bench seat. Got a lot of extra parts here, as you can see. There's a clutch assembly in here, and there's just, you're going to have to go through and take a look at all the miscellaneous parts. You got some shop manuals here that show you some service and how to take the truck apart and put it back together. This is a manual for the photo manual of the build of the truck. So you got that. This is all the receipts and so forth that go with the truck. This is another shop manual here, and you've got a CD there that's also a shop manual. So and then we've got this is the owner's manual here as well. So you got a lot of things to look at to keep you busy. I think you're going to be busy, so I'm going to go around to the other side, and I'll show you a few more things. Just easier for me to talk to you from this side. Glove box here. Right here is the VIN. So when you go to the DMV up there in Washington, they're going to want to see where the VIN is. So remember, open the glove box. It's right there, and that's where they were on these trucks. Inside here, this is a remote control for your stereo. Stereo works, but I'm not a really big stereo person, so I don't want to spend the next 2 weeks trying to turn the thing on, because that's how long it would take me. This is your heater control. Pull out and then turn to the on and off position. And then, let's see, these are your headlights. And see this chrome toggle here? If you push it forward or pull it back. Now, this is for the 2-speed Columbia differential. So how this operates is you just leave it in the back position or toward you, and that's one of the speeds. And if you're driving along and you want to use the next speed, which you probably won't, I wouldn't even mess with it, but if you did, drive along again, take your foot off the accelerator and then push this toggle forward, and you'll probably hear a clunking and so forth, but that's just that second stage engaging on the differential. But otherwise, I would just leave it in that position, and you know, you're going to have overdrive anyway, so you'll be able to go down the freeway with no problem. This knob here, of course, operates the little vent, as you can see, up on the cowl. The light switch is going to be turned on manually, like this. It's not you know, wired so that when you open the door it comes on, but that's just if they had a light in them, that's how they work. All the lights work, all the gauges work. You shouldn't have any troubles. If you have questions, of course, you know how to get a hold of me. But this should give you an opportunity to see how the truck operates. When you hit the ground running up there, the truck lands. You'll be able to operate it just fine. So it's a great running truck, easy to drive. You'll enjoy it. It'll be fun. So at any rate, if you need anything, just welcome to give me a call anytime you like. And thank you very much for your business. I appreciate it, and we will talk to you soon.